Hey everyone, John Runner 88 here with another Star Wars figure review. This time it is Vel Sartha from the Andor series. She's in her Aldani mission outfit, and she's a pretty great figure. One of the new sculpts that we're getting after so long. Hasbro's finally throwing us a bone and giving us an awesome new figure. So with that, she's got all the new articulation, which is awesome, and frustratingly, she's the only one I have from the new wave right now, just because the distribution for these have been just like all over the place. Amazon has only gotten her in, I think. I mean, I haven't had any shipping updates on the other figures in the wave. I just had her shipping date get adjusted, and she showed up a few days ago, but none of the others have budged. We still have Andor and the artillery trooper, which have a May release date, and then Luke and Cal Kestis are July or something ridiculous. But obviously they're placeholders. But other than Amazon getting her, Hasbro Pulse was the first to get them, which is weird because they're usually the last to send them out. And they've been showing up at some Walmarts. Not sure what's going on with Target. I don't think they've been reported showing up at any Targets yet. But I digress. Just airing some frustrations out because I want them, but I do not want to pay the shipping prices for Hasbro Pulse, and they also have their prices jacked up. My local Target still has Vintage Collection for $12.99, so I'm gonna hold off and get them there and save a few bucks if I'm able to. But if Amazon gets them in and they ship them out, whatever. Maybe I'll buy them from Target after the fact and just return those to Amazon and get a few bucks back. Living the cheap life. That's how we do it, right? But Vel Sartha. Here's our card back. It's just a promo still of her, nice and blurry for you. But nice image of her. But I don't know why they choose to do these promo shots instead of an actual in media clip of the character. Like they do it with some, they don't do it with others. I don't get it. I don't know who's making the decisions, but it'd be nice to have a little consistency. I know it's probably got to do with them not having access to those images because the show's still in production and stuff, but regardless, some consistency would be much appreciated. But that aside, she's a fantastic figure. She's got all the new articulation for the most part. They've been, I know with these more petite figures, whether it be a smaller character because of their species, or in her case, she's just a smaller female body. They did skip out on the wrist articulation as far as the up and down, the in and out. But everything else is pretty much accounted for. She's got the, barbell in the neck, a little hindered by the hair and stuff. And her body it's got a ball joint in there. It's a little hindered by just the sculpting of it. She has this pretty earth looking blaster here. My one issue with this, I know with the Black Series, it's kind of like a telescoping stock that they have on it. But with this one, it's just I don't know why they bothered doing this weird piece to it. It's just because it's supposed to, if it were in a functioning weapon, this would be able to flip over and kind of stow like that. But it's too thick to fit like that, and it just kind of pops off when you're trying to get her to hold it. And then when you have this piece off, it's just got these notches in the back, which it's whatever. But it's a nice little blaster. It's got a lot of paint detailing on it, which is nice. A lot of silver flashes here and there. She holds it alright. Would hold it better if she had some more wrist articulation. And I know people have been complaining that she's missing like jacket detail, and it's whatever for me. She looks pretty good. One thing I find strange though is her hips are hard to articulate just because they gave her like some serious like booty action going on here. I get there's supposed to be booty on characters. Even the stormtroopers have a little booty going. But the issue is that when you articulate her leg out, she's got like a, it like bulges out like a normal booty would, but you don't need that on this figure. It just kind of like gets in the way of the articulation. It kind of just like pushes everything out a little bit. It just makes this top part of the thigh like really thick, or like wide rather, and you can see that it kind of like really pushes away from the back end of the figure. And I just like you could have done without like the like roundness on the back end. It could have just been more of a straight piece, but you know, sculptors be sculpting, I guess, over at Hasbro. I mean, the ones that are left, I guess, it's ridiculous what they did with their employees recently, but you know, what can we do about it? Not much. Corporations, am I right? But aside from that, I might eventually give her like a dark wash on her jacket and everything. It is kind of missing an overall like weathering to her, also on the boots and stuff. And that was one concern I had when they're first showing the promotional images of this figure, is that her boots looked really like big on this, like on the actual foot portion. But I was looking at some, promo images of her. I think it was like a wide shot of the actual card image that they use, and the boots are very clunky looking, which makes sense. They're like military-ish boots, so they'd be nice and big and chonky. But yeah, one other issue I have is like her face looks pretty decent, but I think her neck is a little too like thick, and it kind of just bleeds up into her head, and it makes it just look very, I don't know, just gives her a very very thick like kind of, I don't know how to explain it really, but you can see, right? Especially on like the side, it like just it's very filled out. So that kind of happened with Grief Karga, the season 2 version that the vintage collection got. He's got a very like long thick neck too. Hers isn't quite long, but I think if it was like a little thinner, it would have come off a little bit better. And I think it kind of throws off her facial, like the read of her facial features because of that a little bit. And she's got one of those like sculpts that, you know, every angle is gonna look a little different as far as her face portrait goes and stuff. But thankfully I got one with nice straight eyes from Amazon. That's always the risk getting from online retailers, is you don't get to check the figures out first. So hoping I find some at Walmart or Target soon. Would be awesome. But the other issue is that they packed Vel and Cassian 2 per pack, and then everything else is 1 per pack. So that's very frustrating when most stores just get 1 case of figures these days. But that, I think, is that on Vel. She's an awesome figure, awesome character. So if you don't have her, are you gonna get her? Are you waiting on someone somewhere to fulfill your order? There goes a stormtrooper. And I will leave it there. Go pick up that trooper. And I hope you all have a great one. Go follow me over on Instagram, JohnRunner88. I have a lot of behind the scenes pictures and extra angles and whatnot for when I do thumbnails. And there's the illusion broken. Awesome. And, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And thanks for watching, everybody. Bye, guys.